Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful Friday morning over top here of the Sacred Grove for the Druid services, and a buckeye tree in the background there, and some clouds, and also some man-made clouds from airplanes, and the sun shining this morning. Just wanted to come and give a little contemplative thought on what does it mean in being thankful. In native traditions we often hear this a lot, in being thankful and showing gratitude every day, waking up and giving thanks for another day of life, from the one who is above us all and the provider of all, also known as Great Spirit or Great Mystery. And how did that concept come to be, and why not do a bunch of sacrifices and big rituals and things, and trying to interconnect with this divine being in such a way that it depends on us just as much as we depend on it. And we like to have that, don't we? We like to think of our gods and goddesses of, while we need them, they also need us, that type of relationship. A lot of ancient cultures, some ancient cultures believed that a lot, that the gods existed not only for us to survive, but they also existed because we kept them alive. And so there was this interdependence of relationship, of back and forth. You give so I may live, and I give that you may live type of mindset. But that was not so much the case with a lot of indigenous tribes here to North and South America. It was more of a relative relationship of that you provided everything for us, and we are grateful and we are thankful, and just teach us how to be that way with creation and with one another. And so from our wampum belt of wisdom this morning, Creator speaking to his people here, he says, I do not speak against you for the ceremonial sacrifices or the burnt offerings that you bring me day after day. That's not why I'm talking. He says, I have no need for bulls from your herds or goats from your flocks, for all the woodland animals belong to me, and the herds of bison on 1,000 hills. I know the winged ones who soar in the mountains, and every creature that creeps across the plains. They all belong to me. If I were hungry, would I tell you? For the world and everything in it is mine. Do I need to eat the meat of bulls or drink the blood of goats? Instead, give me gifts that show how thankful you are, and keep the sacred promises you have made to the one above us all. Call out to me in the day of trouble, and I will rescue you, and you will honor me. And so, Creator is saying to the people, you give me all these sacrifices and offerings as if I needed them. But he's saying, I don't need any of it. I provide everything. I know all the animals and creatures upon all the hills and valleys that soar in the sky. He's saying the sacrifice that is pleasing to me is thankfulness, because he is the great mystery who embodies both male and female, and yet is above all gender type energetic attributes and characteristics. He is so great. Mystery is source. Great mystery is self-existing. He is life. And so he does not require something from us for him to sustain himself or to live. But instead he promotes to us, hey, you don't have to give all this effort to be accepted by me. I don't need you to live and to uphold my strength. A lot of other traditions, to keep their God strong, they had to feed them. And that's something we even see in like shamanic cultures with these spirits and stuff that shamans work with. You like these medicine bags and stuff, they'll put offerings on them and feed them things to strengthen the spirit that's in that. But the great divine does not need us to be strong. He does not need us to stay alive. He does not need us to sustain. In other words, he is inviting us to say, just remember to be thankful to me, because everything you have, everything you're provided for, ultimately at its end source comes from me. And so today, let's just be thankful. If you want to give offerings and sacrifices, show thankfulness and gratitude. That's all that's required. And so I'm going to sing you a song here and hope it gives you a little beat in your step and showing thankfulness, because in thankfulness we should have a little bit of joy in the background of it when we're thankful. And it's going to be a little silly, but you know what? Being thankful is being silly. And this song had just came to me out of nowhere a couple weeks ago, but I'm going to make a native version of it. But the first part of it is the original, which is Wamba Dumba Day, Wamba Dumba Day, eh eh, Wamba Dumba Day, Wamba Dumba Day. Wamba Dumba Day, Wamba Dumba Day, Wamba Dumba Day, Wamba Dumba Day. Hey, hey, Wamba Dumba Day, Wamba Dumba Day, hey, hey, Wamba Dumba Day, Wamba Dumba Day. And it's a nice little catchy tune. And so when you're thankful and stuff, you just say, Wamba Dumba Day. Wamba Dumba Day, Wamba Dumba Day, hey, hey, Wamba Dumba Day, Wamba Dumba Day. Wamba Dumba Day, Wamba Dumba Day, Wamba Dumba Day, Wamba Dumba Day, hey, Wamba Dumba Day, Wamba Dumba Day, eh, eh, Wamba Dumba Day, Wamba Dumba Day. And if you want to be specific, in Cherokee, you would say like, Wado go get iga. So it would be, Wado go get iga, Wado go iga, iga, Wado go iga, Wado iga. Yo wa wado, yo wa wado, oh oh. Yo wa wado, yo wa wado. And so what that is saying is, thank you today. Thank you today. Thank you today. Great one. Thank you today. And so I hope everyone has a wonderful day. It's almost the weekend. And if you're watching this on the first week of June, or first weekend of June, we're having our Native American service here in Damascus. This coming Sunday at 11:30. So if you want to attend in person and not only see these on lives, but experience the blessing in person, I want to invite you to come and be with us. So, Wamba Dumba Day, Today na Gahon ya. Be happy until we meet again, my friends. Walk in beauty.